My name is Darren Scott Matloff. I'm the CEO of Propel. And what we do is we build incredibly fun products with great technology inside. Well, aside from the fact that you have the ability to fly a Star Wars drone for the very first time in your life, which in itself is such an amazing experience, what we've done is we've created the very first ever drone gaming platform. So you have drone filming, you have drone racing, which has emerged as a very big technology recently, but this is the first ever drone gaming. What we did is we created two very important technologies. We created something called Li-Fi encoded lasers, which are lasers that have the ability to transmit data. And we also created something called IAT, which stands for Intelligent Awareness Technology. Now, the IAT platform is behind the scenes, makes this all happen. So essentially what we're able to do is we're able to shoot lasers at other drones, other Star Wars drones, and those lasers are actually transmitting data. It's kind of like an intelligent laser tag. So it knows that I shot you or that you shot me. And then that information is transmitted down to our controller, to the players, and a game system that knows what type of game you're playing is updated in real time. So Li-Fi technology is a next generation technology, and essentially what it is, it's light fidelity, using light as a medium of transmitting data. So in the future, probably 5 years out, we'll be able to use light as a wireless communications instead of current Wi-Fi. And the reason why that's important is light is actually 100 times faster than our current Wi-Fi technology. So imagine you go into your house and you turn on your computer and there's just a little light sensor there. And out of the lights in your home is data being transferred at 100 times the speed of the fastest Wi-Fi technology today. It's pretty impressive.
Very impressive.
What we were able to do is we were able to capture the idea of transmitting data over light and use it in the first ever consumer product. So the reason this is such a big deal is because we're actually using that technology in a product in a compelling way. And we're able to create a gaming platform. So with the Star Wars drones from Propel, you can get together with 12 other friends, you can host an event on your, you can create an event on your iPhone, and you can literally laser battle, which is kind of an intelligent laser tag. It's kind of a living video game. So with the IAT technology, what we were able to do is we were able to overcome the challenge of interference. There is actually, the Star Wars drones actually have 4 different phases of communication that are happening simultaneously. There is a communications network using Wi-Fi, 2.4 gigahertz between the drone and the controller and the user. There is another communication network that has all the controllers talking to one another, the users talking to one another. You have Bluetooth communication. There is an app that's being updated in real time as you're battling. And then the 4th dimension of communication is light. The way we were able to do it is we were able to change the shape of the wave, of the data wave, and the frequency, similar to instruments in a band. So if you start out with a drummer, that might be the communication cadence for flying the drone. Then you add a cymbal, and it's a new sound. And then you add a horn, and then you add the next instrument. And when you put it all together, you make music. And that's how we did it.
And it works. We've seen it work.
And it works.
Stage.
Yeah. This is 12 people can actually battle in the same space without interference. And there's a lot of communication going on, so it's a pretty challenging task. What we wanted to do is we wanted to use technology that exists in the world today to make this something where we can walk users into flying drones. So what we decided to do is invest in a real physics flight simulator. So when you buy a Propel Star Wars drone, the companion app is free. You download the app onto your iOS or Android-based system, and there are many things that that app will do. One of the things that you're able to do in the app is you're able to learn how to fly the drone on the screen using real flight physics. So we actually did computational physics that understands the way these drones fly, the inertia, the speed, the weight of the drone. And we were able to get it right to about a 98% accuracy.
That's pretty high.
It's really high. So, and then what we did that was very unique, which you'll be seeing here today, is we decided instead of just having a drone that you fly in a park, which is how most flight simulators are, if you've ever played with a flight simulator, we got the approval from Disney to actually create a Star Wars universe. So when you buy an X-Wing, you're on Hoth. And when you buy a speeder bike and use a flight simulator, you're on the moon of Endor. And you have a commander who's actually taking you through missions, and each one of those missions was designed by a professional pilot to one by one teach you how to fly the drone. So you actually put on the flight simulator, you go through the first 8 missions, and you can pretty much turn on your drone and fly it.
Right.
The other technology that we built in the drone is something that we call Invisible Room. Okay. So in addition to having an app with a flight simulator that trains you how to fly the drone, it also has a training mode in the controller, we call it T mode, which limits your height and restricts your, the floor. So what happens when you're learning how to fly, most people, they crash because it gets too high and they get nervous and they start doing the wrong input on the controller and it flies away.
I've done this.
Or it comes down too fast and crashes. In T mode, it slows your rate of movement. All movements become 30% slower than first speed, so you can practice how the controls work. And it also creates an invisible ceiling and invisible floor. So if you go up on your stick, your controller will vibrate and it will stop. It can't fly away. And when you get to the bottom of that invisible floor, it stops. So it never flies away and never hits the ground. And it lets you learn the feeling of flying the drone. Well, we have something in the app that is going to be groundbreaking.
Right.
That's on Disney's getting it through the approval process now, so we're not allowed to talk about it,
right.
But we're expecting stuff to come out that's going to be huge. And then we have a series of drones planned. Brushless motors, augmented reality where you see through the front of the ship, all this stuff is on the radar.
Right.
So what's cool about this is once you get a Star Wars Propel drone, it's actually a gaming platform. You download the app, you enter your user profile, and then all of a sudden, you're a member of this community and you're hosted on the World Wide Web. You're hosted on the cloud through Amazon. And there'll be iterations and other accessories and things that are coming out. So you can upgrade, you can keep playing, and you can move your way up through the Star Wars universe.
Awesome.
The goal is to become a High Admiral.
Yes.
And I can tell you right now, it is not easy.
I think I can do it. I think I've got,
Okay.
I've got the dedication to
Okay.
try my
All right.
I'll try my hardest.
You seem serious.
I am
All
very
right.
serious indeed. Thank you very much. You heard
Thank
it
you.
straight from the CEO's
Thank you.
mouth. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers.